This was sweet. High, low, yeah.
It's like I could play some footsies in Street Fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't really do it in chess, so you get like footsie and chess, you know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know.
Get obliterated.
Can you do that?
I mean, I'm not good at chess, so I wouldn't know. I'm assuming you can.
Like I'm a new school gamer. When I play old school games. Used to play checkers a whole lot. I don't think you remember how to play that anymore. So many things wiped from my memory, probably.
Clean slate.
It's clean slate. You know what I mean? Fill it up with a bunch of other useless information. You know, some kind of information downloaded into your brain just to get you.
Climb a ladder to get to the end of a ladder to climb another ladder.
It's like, where am I headed, basically?
How many ladders are there?
Oh man, you make me think of some kaiju type shit.
How many ladders are you willing to climb until you give up? Basically.
Alright, who made the ladders? You know what I'm saying? This ain't like Dark Souls where you can see the guy that made the ladders, you know? Then you find him dead in the second in the game after that.
Where the ladders go?
Exactly.
That's funny because he in Dark Souls, the guy that made the ladders, he made ladders leading all the way down to like I don't know if that's like the Ring City or something, but it's like he basically went straight down pretty much. You know what I mean? He had ladders. You didn't go up. He used to go all the way down though. Then he died down there. You know what I mean? It's kind of trippy. That whole game is trippy though. You know?
The game is trippy.
Yeah, they like to do that with a lot of these games now. They make it like kind of with real life, like the whole themes and everything. So like, I think it's just like one is made by artists, so they're like, I want to make this so people can appreciate, you know what I'm saying? And plus, it's like for kids and adults. So it's like a kid can play Dark Souls, and you don't have to know nothing about anything.
You can just get right.
Most people play Dark Souls, they play it as fashion souls. Where they just pick the clothes they like to wear and say, okay, this is awesome. And they go fight with people and kill the bosses. And like, you can play the whole game without knowing anything about it. That's what I like about it. It's just like this game, like a real life game, you know?
Yeah.
You could assume you're being told like those the snakes come out the ground in Dark Souls 1 and they tell you about how the world is and everything. Mm-hmm. And you can listen to what everyone tells you, or you can hear the story between what they're telling you, you know?
Right. Or you could be one of those characters that's stuck at Firelink or Majula or wherever.
Right.
And that just sits there because that's what you know.
Yeah.
And it feels safe and right.
Mm-hmm. Like at a crestfallen night, he's just talking shit like, "Oh, that was you rang the bell? Well, you know, there's a fucking other one." You know, he's all fucking like salty. You know what I'm saying? That you're doing because he's telling you this fucking fool's errand to try. You know what I'm saying? Don't basically try. You know?
Real life shit.
The whole time.
Like, nigga, this is your guys' actual life, but you can't see because you're hypnotized.
Yeah.
Like that movie, what's that? Is this Snowpiercer? The one where they're on the train?
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Bro, that shit fucked me up. Yeah. It's like when them fools are like, he's eating, they're like, alright, we're just eating, whatever. And this fool's like, nah, fuck this shit. We about to get to the front of the train. And then that fool goes, and then they find out what they're actually eating. That fool's like, what the fuck? Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? They're eating like bugs and shit, but like they didn't know they were eating bugs because I forgot what was the reason why they didn't know.
Well, they were taking the bugs and they were like putting them into a machine, cooking them all up into like tasty.
Oh, they were like making them look. They were making them look like something, huh?
Into like ration kind of bars. So
yeah,
and it tasted good, you know.
Like Nutri-Grain bars, bro. Like they compressed them into like Nutri-Grain bars.
What do you think What do you think is gonna happen in like 30 years?
As far as what kind of food they want us to eat,
yeah.
They definitely want to eat the bugs.
I'm not saying like that was the bad thing, but the bad thing was them fools go up further, and then them fools is just grubbing, like you know the yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
niggas is living good, man. But it's like them niggas is like there's like
that sounds like a direct metaphor for what's going on.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it was a shit ton of people, and obviously we're fucking that were eating the bars. Yeah. And there was the select niggas that was up further. Yeah. That nigga diced some niggas up though.
It's fucked up. Yeah. Okay, so like, alright, so like once you get it, right? You work hard and you get it. Do you give it away? Do you give it away
depends on what,
to the people who did not work?
Depends on what we're talking about. Yeah, it's like you're talking about giving away your effort or your, and all of a sudden you're done. You know, you can't give that away. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't put all your efforts on anyone else. It was you that did it. You could like give away the proceeds, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they're just eating off of your accomplishment regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you let them?
Depends on who they is. You know what I mean?
Personal.
So check this out.
If we on a person basis.
What's your favorite food?
Off the top I said pizza, but bacon and ribs are in there too.
Okay, bacon and ribs. There's only like it's a limited amount. Okay. You could have 2
bacon and ribs.
You could have
Okay.
Or
perfect.
You could give it away and only get half of one. But everybody gets some.
If that was how it was, I see what they're doing, you know. But you could grow plenty of bacon. You know?
You can grow plenty of bacon.
You can all the things you need. All things.
Okay.
What is it? Land, bacon.
All right. Check it.
And women basically.
Okay.
You know?
So you pay somebody to grow the bacon for you. Or you grow the bacon yourself.
Depends on what you're trying to work at, basically. Like, do you want this bacon come out yourself, or you just want to eat the bacon? You know what I mean? Like some people bacon crazy, but I'm not about to be growing it. I just want to be able to eat it.
Okay, you know, because you were given the option already to have bacon and ribs, or just have bacon, half of the bacon that you would have gotten, but everybody else also gets the rest of your bacon.
This is tough.
Your bacon and ribs.
Look, I understand they're seeing it like this. You know what I mean?
That's how they're seeing it.
I get they're seeing it like that. You know what I mean?
That's how the rich people are seeing it.
But they take it to the next level. Like, okay, now how can I make sure that they're gonna eat bugs? Now, not only that I'm taking away their.
How am I gonna run?
How can I get them to just want to eat bugs?
Okay, what do you think they're doing though? Like they're constantly trying to find ways to make the food cheaper to make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Constantly coming up with. Now we're just plants. Before, like they were saying it was an issue because of plants or how much you needed to grow to feed the livestock to make the food. Now you're just cutting out the livestock and you're just feeding us plants like we're the cattle.
It's like you really just want to do the opposite of whatever it is they telling you the new fad is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that veganism or vegetarians are bad, for example. Like, who was it? Carl Lewis, he was a vegetarian. A whole bunch of famous vegetarian athletes. Right. It's how they're marketing to vegetarians and how they're eating shit that's like processed and everything. Because a lot of time they don't have like I don't know what it is, but I know that they're marketing a bunch of processed shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Same with everyone else too, but it's like it's like the next level of it, I guess. You know, it's like they don't want us eating meat; they want us eating bugs and plants and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's kind of. I guess that those are sustainable. You could grow those in a corner. You know what I'm saying? For
nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing.
You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, not only are they eating the lobster and eating the real burgers and the Angus steaks and the beef, whatever. Yeah. They're doing it on your sweat. Yep. Yeah. On your triumphs and troubles all day of working hard for them. Yep. Mm-hmm. So now it feels like maybe I should get some of that bacon and that motherfucking ribs. Maybe y'all only need half the bacon.
I feel like the crowd will be fine if their carnal desires and their physical needs were met, which is just bacon and shelter, right? Pretty much. If most people had that off top, I feel like there'd be less animosity between other people, you know, because like you got this more and that meat, but it's like if I had a fridge and a house,
so you're a communist.
You said what?
So you're a communist.
I'm not quite a communist.
Yeah.
Like I just think that we can make the food. We should compromise food and shelter, nothing else. And I'm not saying that let people live in any house they want to. but there should be some kind of guarantee that someone could not be a bum on the street, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because like we got a whole bunch of empty shit. I'm not saying do some comedy shit, but we need to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Give them the opportunity at least to get a crib, right?
So you don't think everyone has the opportunity? You think they get an opportunity now?
No, not even an opportunity. Just like the standard, like they should be able to get a hot in the cot, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Of what their mental or financial situation is. You should still be able to check in and go to bed. You might have to leave or do some dishes or something before you leave out or something. But like,
so
I don't think you should have. No one should have to be on these streets how it is. Like you walking around downtown and it's like a nigga asleep in the bush. It's like.
Do you think it's their fault?
And then we have to remember that nobody was born on the streets.
Yeah, I know. This is definitely true. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not saying no one didn't cause anything to happen of their own accord. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people got help. Bad car or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you signed up for war, thinking you was gonna get a charger, and then you got lost your leg or something. You know what I mean? But it's like you still signed and did all the shit yourself, or you still stepped up and did everything yourself, regardless, right?
It's like you can't pick which part of the simulation you're gonna go in. It's like you jacked in, and it's like you're here. It's like you just gotta you either triumph over your circumstances or you crumble to it. Yeah,
but I still think at the end if you crumble, there should still be a hot in the cot down there.
Yeah,
when you crumble,
like a retry.
Everyone should get a retry. The game over. The game, even
like you die this time.
You retry.
You get one retry.
You still retry, and it starts you off with like a couple items in your. Like I played this game. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Void. It's called like Void something. Void Blasters or some shit like that. And like in the game, you play like a criminal. Well, no, you're really playing the backpack that's on the criminal, but like. You're playing the game and like, yeah, like every time you die, like your character dies, and then your backpack like drills off, takes all the items, and flies back to base and gets a new prisoner, and it's like then like the new prisoner has different stats. So like I was playing one character, it was this like 7 foot, it was like this 8 foot tall bitch, like her it has like a little like a character screen because it's a first person game, so you don't really see the character, but they show you like a little icon for the character, you know, and she's like holding up her not the cue card, but they call that when they have their when they're going to jail, they're getting signed in, they have their name on there, but her head was above the picture. It's like just seeing her chin because she was so fucking tall. And I load into the game, and it's like I have to duck through every doorway because my character is so tall. Yeah. And it's like, but I'm like super strong and everything. I tried to play her a long time, but she died. Then you die, then it goes back to base. You keep all your items and you keep going. So it's like, even though like you die, you keep progressing. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. And you can revive. You can like get the characteristics back from some characters or some shit. You know, but if a nigga dead, he dead. But like. I forget how I even got on that game. That shit was just kind of raw, basically.
Talking about the simulation, what you get in, you're stuck with what you get. You gotta go.
Oh yeah. Like in that game, like when you die, like you reset, and you still get. They give you some little items. They give you like a couple pieces of food. You know what I'm saying? And like a couple bullets. You know what I mean? So you ain't just going off into the woods like by yourself. You know what I mean? So like. I feel like if we just give them just a couple, I don't know, I guess it does sound like communism, huh?
Yeah.
It's what do you do though?
Man, you let them die, euthanize them.
Well, that's what we're doing now.
No, we're not.
They're just kind of like just hanging around, basically. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're just using them. They're using us too.
Well, I think it's like. It's like very complicated with everything with it. I know. I always say it's not no one's fault, obviously.
Well, what part of you know? Like sometimes we feel like. I know people feel like they're doing well for themselves at certain points or whatever, but at what point are you not a slave?
Yeah.
Like what echelon do you?
You're always answering to someone.
Yeah. Are you not actually a slave at some point in time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. You're always paying up, man. Basically.
You always gotta pay. You always gotta pay. Financial freedom.
Like who isn't paying up?
Yeah.
It's probably not a good question now.
People getting paid.
Yeah.
People getting paid. For real. That's it. That's it. And then when you get paid and you worked hard to get to the place where you getting paid, you don't want it. It's not. I don't want to get it back. you don't want to give it back.
You know how hard it was to get.
You know how hard it was
just for you to just.
Yeah.
Now you just wanna.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come in.
Fuck that, nigga.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck that, nigga.
But are the people at the top? Are they not swimming in it too? Though? Are they not swimming into where they've gotten? Because I don't know.
Okay, yes.
I don't know.
A lot of people.
These niggas. My whole thing is these niggas. They just.
We're born into it.
Centuries, like generations of this.
Definitely.
And at the top was probably just someone that was an assassin, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like that's how it goes.
You know what's big though is that like in the past, I think our generation really has shown the largest growth. I think of the amount of millionaires in the world that there are in the world.
Yeah,
because of our generation or some shit like that. Like the amount of millionaires went up are booming because we have a more of a progressive way of thinking, where that generational wealth's not really working anymore. Like we're fascinated with new ideas and like the future. Like that's what they put on us.
Yeah.
Our parents were like born in the 80s, like raised in there. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Got a lot of
they be thinking different.
Yeah, which was on heavily pushed on futuristic shit.
Yeah.
Which is what we grew up on. So
Yeah.
that was jump, say, go. That was our thing. We seen Y2K. It was all about the future.
Yeah.
2000. That was a big deal. Everything's been about the future, and I think that generational wealth thing kind of fell off and like really fucked up a lot of family. Well, like I say, like wealthy families, but it fucked up wealthy families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How Hilton owns DoubleTree. I mean Hilton's doing well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were doing well, and then what's his name daughter start tripping, just going out, carrying on, showing her pussy out and getting in and out the car. You know what I'm talking about? Paris Hilton.
Now, have you seen this where she's saying that now that she was made to do that?
Right. Okay. And then there we go.
That was the family's plan to expand the brand. She basically was saying like she did this interviews. They totally different demeanor, saying that was all an act. Pretty basically, they made me be that dumb bitch basically, and like there's this whole thing where I was like being taken advantage of and all this woo and not. And I'm not saying that everything you're saying isn't true about how it is. Either way, whether it's true or not, even if she was faking it, that's like further validating my point. Exactly.
Either way, you're further validating my point.
That makes it even crazier.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's
perspective is crazy, bro. It's like once people like. Even if it's not true, once people think something about you and they're already convinced everybody, they're just like they just already looking at you that way, and it's like you can't change their mind no matter what because it's like programmed in their head.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I showed my grandmother the Sinclair thing, the Sinclair broadcasting thing, and like I was like, "Where do you get your news from?" And she's like, "I don't know what she said," but like, so you don't watch. So and so saying, "No, I don't watch them. They they pro Trump." Da. I was like, "Oh yeah, well watch this. Check this video out." And word for word, everything they're saying across every station. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, do you understand what I'm sending you? And she didn't want to. Her brain didn't want to accept what she had seen. She's saying, "Cause they were talking about." I'm like, it doesn't matter what they were talking about. Yeah. They're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And she didn't, okay. You know what I'm saying? This all over the phone. But, yeah, you're blinded. By yourself.
Yeah, well, it's like, I would say...
It's like a cage almost though, right?
It's a war. It's psychological warfare being...
Because it's almost like you're saying it, but it's like you can't...
Because those aren't her original thoughts.
Yeah,
those aren't her original thoughts.
Like, have you ever felt like you did something you didn't want to do, but you had to do it?
It's like that's how I'd be like, well, like you sitting at work and I have to be here. Yeah. I have to stay and be here. Oh my god. Hey. You know what I mean?
You're indoctrinated to believe you're not allowed to hit a bitch.
Yeah.
See what just happened? See how the air just took out the room? Like, That's such a subject because no, I'm not even saying like I'm an advocate of that, but it's just it just be so things. I'll be saying, but you're indoctrinated to believe certain things. You're indoctrinated to believe certain things by people who have an agenda.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to not defend yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're supposed
to not want to be able to like have weaponry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
You're supposed to say this is enough weaponry. You don't need any more than this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can make the decision whether or not I need more of something or not. You know what I mean? I don't need anyone to do that for me. You know what I mean?
Preservation of life is a basic instinct.
Yeah.
Of life.
Yeah. But they want you to sacrifice yourself. They want you to against all of your senses, pretty much. They want you to look at everything but then think about how they told you. So when you see it, all it does is you go back to what you were told. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it's hard to. Cause
that's how you perceive the world. It's all about like what you've learned. It's like I think of this because I learned this somewhere or I heard this somewhere. It's like.
They tell you how to think, and then they send you out into like, and when you're like a kid, you know, from the kindergarten up, that's when when you're like really getting set in your ways, you know what I'm saying? They tell you how everything is, you know what I mean? And then they just push you forward on that same path, like reiterating everything every year, like same subjects, but reiterated every year in a different facility, you know what I'm saying? More expanded upon, you know. Just like boom, 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 hitting you, making sure you know exactly what to think. You can answer it like with a test, because they're looking to test you. They're looking at the test.
We're testing you. Yeah. We're testing you. It's almost like a Hunger Games type, or like what's that one show called? I can't think of it. But it was basically like they would go through this test to get to like the better place or whatever. But like only a select few would get through, and then we just do these different tests. Then we get further and further, and you have to do different things, and then at the end, these fools will go to like this paradise or something, and then just be good. Like everything was just good over there.
Yeah, you earned it. You know.
Yeah.
You get to go to heaven now, basically. You know? No heaven on earth. You know, it's not like Rush Hour 2. You know.
No, that was a good one. Yeah.
That shit was hard. Like Jackie and fucking Chris Tucker?
Yeah.
Man, that's like peanut butter and jelly, you know what I mean?
Man, what if heaven is on it? Yeah. What if heaven's like right over there? It's not that far.
Literally.
Yeah.
I was watching a Vampire D, and like I don't know if you ever seen
No,
it.
I've never heard of that.
It's like an anime. Oh, I saw it. It's like they have the whole movie on YouTube, but like it's like this band of vampires following. Like trying to do some vampire quest or whatever, and one of the guys, he's like kind of like sick looking dude, and like he astral projects. Like they're all fighting like regular, but he stays in the van. He astral projects. It's just and he at one point he like blows up with it. And I'm just like is he dying or going to heaven? Is he going from this world to the next world? Is he not existing at all? You know, It's like when he's in that spiritual state, that's like heaven, right? So like if he dies, that's like hella dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wonder what that means, like astral projection and all that stuff. Like say like, can you be killed while you're astral projecting and all that stuff?
I think I don't know. I just thought this, so I can say I think, but yeah, I think that maybe. Like kind of like water has different states, like a solid or a gas or whatever, like vapors and shit. Yeah. Maybe that's the same thing about your soul, whatever. Maybe there might be a place or some fashion where you are in
like different levels of existence.
You're in a more peaceful or cooler place. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being in some fucked up place. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know that makes sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean?
It's definitely different, like the whole heavens and hells and all that shit. I think there's a literal standpoint to it, like hell literally being like some like underground like villages and like cave systems, like where people are getting tortured and some shit. That could be like a literal sense of hell.
Yeah.
But but like spiritually, like it could be like different vibrations. Like you go, they always talk about like being from like lower dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That could just mean like either phasing in and out. Like let's say like it's a higher frequency where we can see them, lower frequency they're coming in ours, vice versa. You know what I mean?
Just attaching to you.
Like they always
what frequency you put in out.
Oh yeah, man. That's what I watched this documentary about these guys. They were all saying that they were being like abducted and being like experimented on by like aliens, like greys and reptilians and all this stuff. Yeah. And it was always like when they would come in, it's like they were phasing into the world, and it's like in some instances they're just floating through, like they're actually projecting or some shit, you know. And it's like, and when they realize that they're being discovered, like they realize like they're not asleep, they just fade out, like they just turn almost like they're turning to dust or into the wind, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To me, that's like you seeing like the spiritual form, like ghosts in a way, like they were in here like trying to do some like spirit shit, like I don't know what, like trying to like eat off of your energy while you're sleeping or something, or some shit, you know. And it's like you could be conscious of that, or you could just be asleep like regular, you know. Like every time you get sleep paralysis.
That's why you see those shadows.
Yeah, people talk about all the same shit all through history. We've seen the same shit. Yeah, seeing shadow people and all that kind of shit. That'd be kind of fucked up, but like see some goddamn shadow run across the room.
You might as well, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, this nigga come running.
Yeah, don't come running at me. A regular nigga, you gotta be a shadow person.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
Miles running at me, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue.
Oh my god, that's the whole thing. It's like these people invading the house. You know what I mean? You don't come to nobody. I don't care if it's from a different dimension. They think, oh, it's like I'm just trying to phase into the dimension to meet. It's like, nah. Knock on the door. Phase into the dimension and ring the doorbell.
You know how fucked up the world is because I would rather talk to a shadow person that I found in my house after I walked downstairs at 3 o'clock in the morning. Shadow nigga sitting there like this, he freeze. I'd be like, I would rather talk to him than me see a white man in a suit in my motherfucking house at 3 o'clock.
Pouring some milk.
I'll lose my shit. I will lose my motherfucking shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, so I'm cool with Shadow Man. What's up, man?
Oh my goodness.
Come fuck with me.
Because once the Shadow Man, he could have all sorts of excuses that you would believe. You know what I mean? Like, why are you here? He could tell you basically anything, and you'd probably be like, okay, all right.
He don't gotta say nothing. The white man gotta explain this.
He gotta explain all this. Like, what are you doing?
What the fuck is you doing in my house, man? What are you doing here? You want orange juice? Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
3 o'clock in the morning. Shadow party. He's like, oh. He don't gotta say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing either.
He might not say that. He just standing there, shadow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are we thinking of something like along the ground, or is it like a shadow coming out of the ground?
Fruit, man. Either way, I'm telling you, either way. Alright, you do your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick up no harsh shadow vibes. But I'm not gonna try to shoot a shadow person. I don't want to be.
You blast your house. Explain what happened. Oh, there was a shadow person.
It's a shadow, man. You try to shoot him.
This nigga shot a shadow.
I will turn on that flashlight on that ass. I will get the switches.
You be in a fucking war with the fucking shadow. You be shooting this. This is the guy think he's slick. Turn the lights on.
Since you try to shoot that hoop.
That's like they come in. We come in peace. You shoot fucking light switches.
We got a place for people.
Oh my god. So it's like if it's a reptile game here, you just put some sticky tape down, you know what I mean, and they walk in and they get stuck, you know what I mean.
No, I'm cool on a reptile.
Yeah, like
I'm cool on a reptile.
Something like it's like 5 to 7 foot tall reptile, you know what I mean, like a lizard.
5 to 7 foot.
Like they talking about reptiles and mantises, like mantises that are like you look at a praying mantis, it looks like something that could be bigger. The same thing with a lizard, you know what I mean? At least that's how I think now.
It's just like, what would you do if you seen something that big? It would just feel so uncomfortable.
5 foot tall lizard, 7 foot tall lizard.
That's a big ass lizard.
We gonna have to do something.
these niggas are coming with guns. Like they're like solid. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they looking like they ready to do some shit. It's like, what are you doing in here? You know what I mean? Oh, just Just doing a mental exercise. Don't worry about it. You'll forget about this in the morning. You know what I mean?
It is what it is. I'm a cool dude. I don't like the police, but when they put me over, I be chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I catch me off guard with a reptilian. I'm like, yeah, what you doing in here, man? Yeah, your heart rate's pretty calm. Like, yeah, bro.
Oh my God.
Calm me thinking about blowing your ass.
It's like you're in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's happening? I can't do nothing about that.
Like the reptiles, all I've seen is Lizard Man and Spider Man. So it's like I gotta be thinking you might be crazy. You know what I mean?
Get crazy on me.
Shadow Man, he might just run around the wall, or you know what I mean?
You come at me though.
Oh, yeah,
you hit me,
you come running,
me, bro.
like the Grudge in the Ring. The girl come cracking down the stairs.
Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that, bro. You got the advantage. You got shadows
disappear. All right, he's going to
he
turn
disappears.
around. What the?
He gets real wide eyes and disappears when he sees you. Like you just see him in the corner. He think he just trying to lay still. Like you don't see him. Then you pretend you don't see someone walking. You walk in the room. You see him in the corner. He like just frees up. You just walk into the kitchen, get your shit, you walk out. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's how it goes.
Yeah,
you look. You was in here. I was in here. Now I'm not. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah, we don't need to discuss this any further.
Look, you didn't make no noise. You know what I'm saying? Everything intact. You wasn't drinking my juice. White man was drinking my juice.
No,
I put the shade. You all good on me.
Yeah, it's like you find these things. It's like say if you had a spider in your house or something. You know what I mean? Like if you don't see it and then it goes around at night and then goes hides again, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
So now that's what the reptilians have been doing.
Yeah, they're under the ground. They're coming up.
Yeah,
they're looking around like, wow, okay. It's like when you go and check out like a house that they're building up. You know what I mean? It's like it's half built. You just walk in there. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
looking good. You know, and then walk out. You know, like when the construct workers see, what the hell are you doing? I didn't know you were gonna be in here. My bad.
Did you see that?
Giving away the company secrets and shit. You know? But this is the what is the 15th episode of the Negrodamus podcast. Oh my goodness.
Sheesh.
Yeah, getting some work in, you know. Yeah, so
numbers.
Yeah, no. you got to stack them up. You know what I mean?
Stack them up.
Yeah, so this should be probably the third one that'll be like available as like an NFT. So that's like some different shit. You know what I mean? I think it's just like everything's shifting now, with like Bitcoin like exploding. You know what I mean? And it's like everyone's taking notice of it too. You know what I mean? Like it's been blowing up for a while. You think about something that's from being a non-entity to being worth hundreds and thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm talking about? You know? And everyone's like, oh, okay, but it's like, man, it's already at 40,000 or 50,000. You know what I mean?
55.
55. You know
55.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
listen.
it's no more.
You got Ethereum doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like and that I saw like Glenn Beck was talking about how the U.S. dollar is they're thinking about trying to change it into a digital currency. So it's like all your dollars overnight are gonna go on your bank account being like digital dollars or some shit, U.S. dollar coins. You know what I'm saying? And that shit might be worth 120% of what it was, or it might be worth 80% of what it was. You know what I mean?
So like, check this out. You know Forex, Forex, whatever. So like, it's at the same capacity you could trade other currencies, right? For I don't know, whatever. You're doing the same thing with these coins. So like, let's say like Bitcoin becomes official, or the government coin, whatever U.S. coin becomes official or some shit.
Yeah.
I can still trade Dogecoin and Grumpy Cat and turn it into Ethereum and then turn it into Bitcoin type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay,
for sure.
Yeah. It's just like the same shit, except it's just going dummy because the prices are jumping around like crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. More volatile.
Oh yeah, super volatile.
Capitalize on the volatility. That's the thing.
Yes, that's the way to basically stack up some money real quick, you know. You gotta look and see which ones are coming up, which ones are knocking out the rug pull out from underneath them because the developers were just trying to get paid real quick, you know what I'm saying? Which I guess everyone's trying to do, but you just hope.
Isn't trying to get paid.
All right, but you think they're gonna let everybody get? I thought I was gonna get paid too. You know.
They're not trying to get paid.
Yeah, right. Like, it's funny, like just like 6 months ago, everyone was talking like how stuff was going to start shifting this way, you know, and like half people would be like, oh, this is not maybe half. I say even majority of them, like that I would see on TV, would always talk about how like these coins and everything, they're just going to go down, but it's like it's just a steady crawl up. They just keep getting better and all this different shit, all this digital currencies and everything. Yeah. Because like just having everything decentralized makes it a lot easier for like everything to actually be available to the common dude, you know. Like normally with all the banking and shit, it's like you're just hoping that they don't play around with your shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, you're not hoping, they're going to, 100%. As soon as you give them that dollar, it's like what's that movie with Adam Sandler where Kevin Garnett where they had that rock, you know?
Okay, James.
Oh yeah, that shit's crazy, man. It's just like that, man. You know, it's like he gave him some money, he ran off, started betting it around. You know what I mean? That's what you do. That's what the bank do as soon as you give them money. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, but it's legal for them because they got the sign off for it. You know,
because
it's insured. Because it's insured.
It's insured. You know what I mean?
It's insured, and I'm charging you to hold your money and to use your money.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm making money.
And don't you go a dollar over. I don't charge you $35. Come on. Put that shit on there real quick.
Right.
Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. You know. Yeah, but that's just how they do it, you know.
I'd be like, oh, y'all on the plate? I'd be like, oh. Man, I was trying to fix it on your website, but something was going on with the app. I wasn't able to sign in. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, yeah, I think I was having technical issues or something. Like, oh, technical issues? Like, yeah. It's like, because I got the money in there. Like, oh. They look at it.
Yeah, it's
like, motherfucker. Fuck out of here with that shit.
It was well, I lied you just one time. I've done it like 10 times.
I do it to them every time as much as they be fucking people.
Hey man, it's like every opportunity. You know what I mean? Like people think you're just supposed to just
get blows in while you can.
Yeah, no, like
where you can, not while you can.
You gotta wait for your turn. Like you can be sitting like this the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I find it hard to believe that this ain't a part of this whole transition to the Bitcoin thing. It's not just more of a distraction, whether they go or not. Yeah. To have people fucked up, because I feel like they got everybody giving out bread. Everybody feel like they're getting bread together. And and then the next thing they're like, oh yeah, the bread. We don't do bread anymore. Yeah, we're doing tortillas. we don't exchange bread anymore.
It's like Bitcoin? No, we're on Litecoin now. Sorry, sorry, we're on Chainlink now. Sorry about that. You know,
it's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. Is people, because you have to be cognizant in order to move these things around. I think to a large degree. You know what I mean? Like, so people know how to buy some Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? But then like they don't know how to check, see like say like that they're just getting into this shit. You know what I mean? I feel like it's so much to it that the people that are like moving so much large amounts of it, you know, that are affecting the prices and everything, they're going to take advantage of everyone buying it. You know, like you put an article out in the news and it's like everyone that sees that is going to say, okay, we're going to go buy some Bitcoin now. So it's like the guy that bought the article to go out in the news, he's waiting for it to come out at 10 p.m. Okay, so at 9 p.m. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like
exactly.
They have it all set up in that way. You know, it's like your plan. It's like, yes, it's decentralized in that every transaction is there where you can see it happen. It's all on the board per se, but these people are still shaking the board. You know what I'm saying? Like the board is still on the table. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
she got that intuition.
Okay, here's the deal, and don't let nobody get y'all, you know what I'm saying, out of whack. Yeah. Whether it's any coin, any bill, to win, you need a lot of them. Yeah. Okay, so just Get them, okay? Just stack them up. Whatever it is, nigga, just stack your shit up. That's it.
Diversify your bonds, I guess. Yeah. That's what they used to say back in the day.
There you go. Your portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Diversify your portfolio.
Yeah, because it's like all these things have a lot of potential. If you look at a lot of them have actual like utility and what they are, you know what I mean? It's not just like just for transactions. Some of them have like some usages in like what they were designed for. So it's like you could try and figure like what this could be good for in the future or whatnot, if this can be useful. Because like there's a lot like with this new NFT shit that people could have invested in the past, you know, because it's like it's been I feel like all this has been telling, but I'm only just getting into it myself. You know what I mean? It's like just putting your ear to the ground. I think helps with any kind of shit, but especially with this shit, because like you pay attention now, it'll help you 2 years from now. Like I think that's the biggest thing. It's like people feel like they can't get into it and shit because it's like, oh, it's $50,000. I can't afford any of that shit. I'm just gonna ignore it and keep doing what I'm doing. Meanwhile, it's then like 5 years later, it's like, oh, it's $300,000. I should have went into.
I remember when I was
oh well, I guess I'll just keep doing some dummy work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that working isn't good, but it's like you gotta know what your time is worth.
Yeah, you know? Right.
It's like, are you worth $12 to $15 to $20 an hour?
Some people are.
It's like,
or choose to be, not even are. They choose to be.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like that's what the big thing is, like with like a lot of the illegal immigration is because they work some of the jobs people aren't going to work, like the farmer jobs, like where they're like picking like in the fields and everything, like those $5 an hour jobs, you know. So it's like no one's going to work those jobs if it's going to pay that much here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know what option it is beyond. Like yeah, there's always gonna be someone that's gonna be willing to work some kind of crazy job, like driving Uber or something. You can take all the rides that are $10 and $20, or you can take the ones that are $2 and $3. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's your decision. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't comprehend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But someone's taking all those words getting took at the end of the day, because I guess that $3 is worth more to some people. You know, because their perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy shit, man.
You know what I was talking about? Or hearing about? You said you're the ground made me think about. I just watched that Godzilla. Well, I watched half of Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but they were saying that the Earth is hollow. And they looked down there. There's like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And like tunnels and stuff. And I mean, not necessarily about King Kong and Godzilla, but they're talking about that.
Yeah.
Hollywood is starting to put a
hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, like a little, hey guys, just wrap your mind around this idea, maybe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do. They try to sneak some shit in, maybe about 15 years before it really goes down.
Because supposedly all the continents are floating, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
So if they got to the core of the planet, wouldn't they have to get to the ocean before they got to the core?
They're thinking it's like they got a whole bunch of different ideas of how the crust works and everything. Like some of the continents go straight down, like to the I guess the
mantle.
The mantle. Well, through the crust, so it's like the crust and the mantle and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So like some parts of the crust is all crust, and some parts of it is like water on the crust. So like I'm not sure if some of the continents are floating. Some of them, I know some of them are partially floating.
Yeah, but not all of it.
Yeah, but then
so some of it's connected to the whole Earth.
Yeah, so some of it is connected. Some of it has water. The idea is water is running all underneath, because if you think about it, it's like groundwater all underneath.
Yeah.
All the continents and everything. Like if you go off the Bible or something, it's like the crust, and then like then water's below. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like that's where you know, and the firm
divide the two.
Yeah. So it's like the water's above and the water's below. You know, and that's like with the flood. Like say like, and there's evidence for water coming out for the flood too. Like the water like coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
Like because the pressure this geologist was talking about like how like the pressure from like the crust was like too much, and basically it like slightly buckled, and like that split put all he drilled like a line with all like the mountains and everything like all around the world, and he was saying like this is all basically a tear mark from when the crust slipped, and like so like that's where all the mountains like everything like all the mountains all that shit was like a couple days happening, not over millions and millions of years, what he was saying.
Yeah.
And like then like the water shot up, then like that's how the oceans got all like there wasn't as much, there was much more plains like before the floods. The idea is the earth was like had giant plains in it or whatever, you know, like everything was Iowa basically. Yeah, but it's a whole bunch of ideas how the Earth is.
Yeah.
Now there's a whole bunch of shit during the center of the Earth, like in like there was some Nazi movie where they had like they were in the core of the Earth too, they love talking about going into the Earth and talking about that with the tunnels and everything.
Yeah.
They're spending millions of dollars training our soldiers to fight underground. You know what I mean? Why? You know? Like, is that only just for in the Middle East? You know what I mean? Like, they're spending millions and millions of dollars on this kind of shit. And it's like, they don't spend money for no reason. I know they do sometimes, but like, but I think in this instance, it's like they're doing this shit on purpose. You know?
Yeah.
Like, they're getting you ready for the idea of something underground. But I don't know. It's like people gonna find out that hell on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might just be right down below, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone will be so anxious if they find out that it's just people living underneath us. That are like there's people that never seen the surface, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas would lose their mind.
Yeah, there's a bunch of copy pastes about that, like talking about people like soldiers going underground and fighting and shit, you know. I think I talked about that before, but it's like it could be a whole world of people down there that are like people say people getting like kidnapped up top, like that's where all of this very people are going. They're going down, they're getting brought down below. Imagine you kidnapped and you get brought down. Like, where the hell are you taking me? Like, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just know it's basically.
I'd be so fucking mad.
Yeah, they fucking zapping you, getting your adrenaline or whatever they're doing, just sapping your liver. You know what I mean? Probably it's like the whole thing of like China and like the organ harvesting and stuff that was back in the day. They used to always talk about that shit, you know, like all that shit is all relevant to that and everything. It's like that's where all these disappearances and everything for. It's like people are commodities, you know, like we're all worth millions of dollars driving around. You know what I'm saying? We're driving around like all these cars. Nah, you the most expensive motherfucker in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like. Because your options are limitless, basically, of what you can do. Mm-hmm. The potential of what you can do. You can change the minds of millions of people if you apply yourself in a particular way. You know what I'm saying? If you build yourself in that way, you know, it's like I think we squander that. Life is very precious, especially a human life, because of how we are. You know what I'm saying? We built different than pretty much everything else on this planet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like. You act like it, you know what I mean?
One would say that we were made to dominate over everything else.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything was made to be subservient to us. Mm-hmm. And that's where the big disconnect is, especially between peoples, because other people know that they have that power, mm-hmm. and they'll abuse it and use it over you. And you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that you have the same power mm-hmm. that you could be using, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily over, you know what I'm saying, but over the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That somebody else is trying to put on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like I think they lose the idea that like that's them and this is me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the more that they become subservient to that, the more and more they get used to that. And so it's like, they condition you, you know. It's like that's what like
you're fucking born into and you're born and they tell you, they tell you what they want you to be.
You don't know no better.
What you're supposed to be. It's an indoctrinated.
You're fresh.
Yeah,
you're fresh.
Yeah.
in this recording. Basically.
And they don't give you a chance. Like, it's like if you go on YouTube, whenever I'm watching bullshit videos, like conspiracy shit that someone that isn't published in like a documentary movie on the History Channel or some shit like that, whenever I watch one of those, it always tries to put me back on base. Like, if you watch a Flat Earth video, the first thing it's going to put you onto is someone explaining why Flat Earth is wrong, and it'll be from an official source, like every single time. They will never play, like, say, like a conspiracy video like that back to back to back. They will always push you back on the base, back, like, to always bring you back onto the reservation. If you watch a video in regard to, say, like anything that's too far out, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch something anti, like 9/11, you know what I'm saying? It will put you right back onto, like, official source from Mythbusters saying that 9/11 was officially
that's all they got to do.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all worded.
It's always right back to it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like even if you type in there, you got to type real specific for certain things if you want to have any results. You know, so it's like you really have to search for the information if you want it in any regard. You know, but that's your responsibility, though. You know. Ignorance is no excuse. Yeah. Well, I don't want to make it too crazy or nothing, because
I was tripping. I'm like, nigga, it's 11:24. Like, no, it's an hour early. But nigga, it's 10:24.
Yeah, it ain't quite we hit it like that, goddamn. But it is got a little bit long in the tooth. So I want to wrap it up, this 15th episode of the Negrodamus podcast. Thank you guys for coming out. My name is Dome.
Yo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.